Hi, we're Meeples Abroad, and today we're looking at Asteroid Dice. Asteroid Dice is the fast and frantic dice-throwing, dice-dodging strategy party game. At the start of the game, each player is going to receive one deck of cards, each consisting of 7 cards. You'll note that 5 of these cards match up with the dice that we have in front of us. At the start of each round, each player secretly chooses from their deck one card to play. Then we're going to do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and all 4 cards are going to be revealed simultaneously. Now, assuming that no one has chosen the card corresponding to the same dice, then each player will take their corresponding dice. So this player here will take the red dice and the green dice. Here we take the blue and the yellow, and this purple dice won't be used in this particular round. Now the roll and collide phase begins. Starting with the dice which has the greatest number of sides, this one with 20. This player will be going first. They are going to be rolling the dice and trying to get the highest score possible out of 20, and they've scored an 18. That would actually stay where it lands. Next comes the blue dice, which has 12 sides. Now what they're going to want to do is to try and roll out this score of 18 to something a lot lower, because it's a very powerful score. So here comes Asteroid Dice. There we go. What have we got up to? We got a 12 on the blue dice, and we've now brought the red dice down to 4. Okay, next comes the green dice, who only has a maximum of 10. Now to win the round, this green dice is going to want to have the highest score. So here is the competition. Here we go. Oh, we've actually knocked the blue dice off the table, but we've scored a 7, which currently puts us in the lead. And finally, Team Yellow is going to look for their opponent. Now, what we actually have to do is just go and have a look at this dice all the way down there and see what we scored. Because any dice that fall off the table are still in the game. So here, we actually have a number 11. So we're the winner. So the yellow dice is going to definitely want to target over here. And blue has landed on a 6. And the yellow, unfortunately, landed on a 3. So at this point, we're going to have a look who has the highest score, which was actually all the way back over here, which was the green dice with a number 7. This team player is now going to take all 4 cards from the round and put these in their scoring pile. And you will note at the end of the game, green player is going to score the 5 points, 3 points, 4 points, and the 1 point. So well done, green. But the real fun begins when 2 or more players choose the same card. 3, 2, 1. And what we note this time is that these 2 players have both chosen the blue card. As soon as they realise this, a brawl ensues. Both players are going to race to pick up the blue dice, and as soon as a player has this, they're going to throw the dice at their opponents. Careful to avoid the face. Now the winner of the brawl is the last player to be hit by one of the asteroid dice, and they will get to keep their opponent's card and actually add that to their score pile. They will also win the dice. Now the player who didn't win the dice is not out of this round. It just means that they're going to be left with the dregs, anything left over at the end of the round. And if that wasn't enough, we have 2 special cards in the game as well. The first one is the I Can't Decide card, which will allow players to choose any dice they like after players have taken their designated dice, but before those who lost the brawl get to choose their dice. And then we have the Asteroid cards. Now these are nasty cards. When one of these cards is played by any player, that player is allowed to choose any number, and they're going to state this number just before the rolling phase. If the number that they have stated turns out to be face up at any point during a round, then the round ends immediately because everyone is sucked into a great big black hole. At that point, any of the cards that were in play are discarded, and the player who played the Asteroid card gets to add this to somebody else's score pile. Now, this is a really nasty card. At the end of the game, any Asteroid cards you have are going to wipe out other points. So if this was your scoring at the end of the game, where you've got a 3, a 1, and a horrible, nasty Asteroid, the Asteroid is going to wipe out your highest scoring card and leave you with just a 1. And the game will come to an immediate end as soon as one player is completely out of cards in their hand. At that point, we're going to take any cards that we do still have in our hand, that's everyone else, and we're going to take our total score, remembering to subtract a card, your highest value card, for any asteroid that you have in your scoring pile.
So Damien, what did you think of Asteroid Dice?
I loved it. We had super fun throwing around those colourful, squishy dice and competing for the highest score.
These ones?
Those ones.
I really like throwing these dice around and chasing people around the room. That's what I really like and enjoy the most.
And I love the special cards too. The Lost Droid card was a game changer.
I really like the, what was it? I can't decide card. It really helped me choose which dice to choose when I couldn't decide. I actually got my students to play this at board game club and they really enjoyed it as well. Can you imagine? They love running around and hitting each other with these things.
We think Asteroid Dice is a perfect party game and a great one for your collection. Anyone who's a big fan of dice games and strategy who wants to add a little bit of physical activity to their game.
And that was Asteroid Dice by Camden Games.
Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram channel, Meeples Abroad, for more game overviews, reviews,
and giveaways. Until next time,
bye!
bye.